Good morning. It's April 16th. I'm going to take this first video as an introduction, and I'm just going to walk around the house, discuss some of the points, and then the particular questions that we've encountered on materials and methods. I'll do subsequent videos with pictures and supports so that we can have those as discussion points. So let me start out with just walk around. This is the front of the house. I'm looking at it from across the street. We've got this entryway underneath the awning, goes into the living room. To the left is a sunroom. The first two windows, on one window on either side of the fireplace is the living room. Then that's the dining room. It's a big window in the center. Kitchen. We see the garage. One of the issues or questions I have is the big window in the center here. Twice on very rainy days, it leaks inside the house. And as you can see, the gutter that's supposed to drain here right next to the garage door, as you can see, there's essentially no slope in that. So one thing I want to do is accomplish a slope. I wasn't able to see anything coming down from the attic, but there was nothing wet in front of the window. So it's coming somehow inside the wall, and I assume it's coming gutter underneath, but we'll talk about that in another one. Walking over, you can see we've got some rotten siding on the front of the garage here. So that obviously needs to come out. I think a complication is, as you can see, there's little to no overhang of the roof here. And it's like that all the way around the house. I don't know if they're catching it here in the glare, but there's very little overhang. And I don't know if we can do some kind of flashing to enhance that or what we can do. I'm also thinking about renting a concrete saw and cutting a channel here. Obviously the gutters come down and they appear to drain underneath, but it's sort of lost in time where it goes. And I would like a bigger slope there. And this is the window that leaks on the inside. And there was no sign of water or anything up here, yet there was water dripping on the inside, which worries me. I know I need to fix this up, but this gutter has very little slope to it. Something else is, obviously, I think this must have rotted at one point, and I can pull it off so we can look better underneath. There is a little slope to this. The sidewalk leads away, but I don't know what I should put here. I want to put something better than that, and I don't know if we should replace this siding. I know the siding up here has to go, both for aesthetically, but also it's shot. So I'll continue walking around. You see, behind us is the old high school that they've turned into the county museum, so that's kind of fun. I need to patch the hole in the side of the siding there, and I think it looks like that has to be replaced. I'll get up in the ladder shortly and look at the siding there, and again the trim needs to be replaced. I'm wondering if you could recommend the material we get for that. And so continuing to walk around, this would be the west side of the house. This is the garage. We'll come around. So back up. So what we're looking at is, that's the back of the garage, and then the side door into the other sunroom. Coming up, we've got, obviously we need paint, and I think the trim board needs to be replaced up there. One of the questions I have is next to the door here, you can see there's, I don't know, what would I use to fill this hole or this crack where the siding doesn't come together. And you see they didn't flash above the door. So can I do something to retrofit that in there? And is there a more elegant way to trim out and do this? Come around. This is my electric meter, and on the other side's my power panel. And this, this trim is shot, and that's an obvious replace. But is there an easy way? Can I can call them and get them to turn off the power. They'll unhook it. I need to cut the branches that are growing closer to the line. But at the same time, could I do something to replace this panel of siding up underneath the power pole? Continuing to walk around. We've got the soffits need to be replaced. And then I'm planning just a priming and painting. These are the old windows left in the house, and eventually they'll have to come out, hopefully by the end of summer. I want to put a new window. This goes into it's called the crawl space, but under this third of the house, it's big enough to stand up, and then the rest of it's a conventional crawl space. And come around. This is the south side of, this is looking at the south side of the house. This is the east. And again, you can see no overhang at all. These trim boards have to be changed out. A new vent at the ridge. There's this sunroom. It's got one modern window, and then all this trim is no good. We're going to take that out for now. Eventually I want to put a sliding glass door in here. Get rid of 3 satellite dishes and a couple miles of coax cables. And we're back at the front.